It's Friday! Fix It Friday. I love Fix It Friday. Haven't done one for a long time. We used to do them every week. And because it's our first birthday, we are doing them again just for this week. 1 week only. Fix It Friday. Which is great. It's very, very, very exciting. I'm going to share a whole bunch of fix-its. Thank you very much to the people who've sent them through already, but you can put them in the comments as well. Put them in the comments. Any question that you have. In fact, I'm going to tell you, this is the instruction. Look at this. Fix It Friday. Ask me anything. Anything at all. For those of you who've seen this before, you'll know the deal is that if you ask me a question and I am unable to answer it, you win a book. How good's that? Yes, you win a book. You win one of my books. But just all right. So we quite excited today. Got loads and loads of lovely stuff to share. And I want to know where you're watching from. So whether you're live or whether you're on a repeat, please let me know. And those people who are in the competition this week, this is looking exciting as well. Remember, everybody who's in the competition wins. Everybody who is in the competition is going to win a prize. So I'm excited about that. That means that whether you are the top contributor or just a lesser contributor, it don't matter. You're going to win a prize. And a little reminder for what you have to do to win the prize is you have to get one friend of yours to join our How to Be Brilliant Facebook group. If you're not a member, then you need to join, obviously. Second thing is make 2 posts this week. That's all you got to do. Make 2 posts in a week. Easy. And if you can make it around the theme of We Are One, that's even better. And then finally, just on each of these lives that I'm doing this week, just let us know you're here. Just make a comment. Just say hello, ask a question, do something. So when we do the search, we can see that you were here. And every single person who does that is going to win a prize. And I've been thinking a lot about the prize, and I have got a great prize. And because I'm giving it to everybody, it's worth about £20. £20 of English or British money. So it's quite a good deal, actually. 20 quid's worth of stuff, and everybody's going to get that. Now, let's get cracking today because it's a Ask Me Anything. One of the things I'll have to do is go straight to the comments because that's where most people will be asking their questions. And of course, the key thing with a Ask Me Anything is that you have to drive it. So in the comments, ask questions. Right, that's how you got to do it today. And if you come up as a Facebook user or a LinkedIn user because you haven't used StreamYard yet, that's fine. If you want to make sure your name comes up, streamyard.com/Facebook, let them use your picture and it'll appear. I've had a few people, actually, that's not true. I've had 2 people have direct messaged me, but one person asked 4 questions, which is fantastic. So we've got those here. And so we've got a little bit of backup if we need them. But I want your questions. So please ask your questions for Fix It Friday in the comments. Whether you're watching on Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, please ask a question. Ask me anything. This is the opportunity. Not that I'm some great kind of guru expert. I'm not. I'm just having a chat. I'm just sharing stuff. But we do need you to ask questions. And don't leave me hanging with it, by the way. I don't need anybody kind of going, I'll let everybody else ask the question. I need you to ask the question because your question will benefit everybody who's watching this. And a Fix It Friday with no questions would be a little bit disappointing. So please, in the comments, as well as saying that you've watched, as well as saying where you're from, please ask a question. Anything at all that you want to know, I would be very, very happy to answer. So, but first of all, I'll do these ones here, and then we'll go to any that you might have in the chat. And remember, don't leave me hanging. Put something in the chat. Put a question in the chat. Right, enough of that now. So the first one here, and because people direct message these, I'm going to assume that people want them to be anonymous rather than read their names out, which is fine. That's absolutely fine. I don't mind doing that. Hi, Michael. Really love everything that you're doing with How to Be Brilliant. Thank you. By the way, can you just tell me in that Friday frame at the moment? like doing daft voices and stuff. Fuck you. What the heck's that about, Michael? Get on with it. So, hi, Michael. Really love everything you're doing with How to Be Brilliant and the We Are One campaign. Thank you very much. However, what do you do if you don't want to be one and if you want to be an individual? Well, this is a great question because We Are One is not about everybody being the same. It's everybody having shared values. And the shared values are about, number one, helping each other, being there for each other. How to Be Brilliant, when we set the whole Facebook group up a year ago this week, that was a year ago yesterday, it was the birthday, proper birthday was yesterday, but we thought we'd celebrate for a week, why not? The whole purpose of it was to create an environment where people would want to help each other. So a lot of Facebook groups, people look at what they can take out of it. That's the whole thing. It's like, oh, I'll grab this, I'll get that. I want to pick on people's brains. I want to get knowledge out and all that sort of stuff, which is lovely. It's great. But our thinking was, how do we make sure people contribute all the time? So we set it up in such a way that people make contributions. So if you post something on there and you have a question, you will get a load of people will come in and will help you with the answer. It's brilliant. I've never known a group like it. The engagement is something like every month, over 80% of people who are members of the group visit the group. I mean, that is bonkers. And the reason for that is because, well, I believe it's because people are there to help and to support. So We Are One is about shared values, not about being everybody being the same. If that makes sense. Okay, now then, let's have a little look. What else have we got? Oh, I think there's somebody direct messaging me. This could be complicated. Let's have a little look. See if we can do that. Okay. It's Ness is doing it. All right, okay. Ness, right, I see. So what's happening here is that, Ness, you don't need to message me. I'm getting them in the questions. I think I'm getting them in the questions. Is it the same? You're just giving me the names, aren't you? You're a genius. That's what you're doing, Ness. Brilliant. All right, okay. This is good. Ness is doing it there. I'm getting it there. That's why those little blings come up. Keep doing it, Ness. Then I'll make sure we're covered with everything. Thank you. Brilliant, Vanessa. I am so fortunate. I have got the most brilliant we call the Third Musketeers, myself and Christine and Vanessa. And she's good. Okay, I'll stop. Don't stop. No. She's brilliant. And she thinks about things before I think about them. Just dives in. And I love that. I absolutely love that. Would you want to have an assistant who just dives in and has a go? Or would you want to have an assistant who just sat there waiting to be told? I want a dive in person. And that's what our Ness is. She's brilliant. Okay, next question. What is the most shocking challenge you've had to face whilst coaching a client? Okay, I can't name the client, obviously. But they went into the bathroom and had a load of cocaine and then came back. That was interesting, let me tell you. Who is the most famous person you've coached that you haven't made public yet? Oh, I'm not going to tell you that. I did once coach one of the most famous women in the world. That's all I can tell you. Like almost every country you would go to in the world, people would know that person. But they did want to remain anonymous. So that's all I can say about them. And it was fascinating, let me tell you. Okay, next one here. Oh, this is one of those ones which is not a personal development one, but it's a classic dinner party question. If you could go back to any time in the past, where would it be and what would you do when you got there? Probably about 18 months ago and buy Bitcoin. No, I wouldn't do that. Go back to any time. Oh, my goodness. It's such a brilliant one, isn't it? I'd probably want to go back and watch something like Jesus teaching. You know, if you think about people telling a story that is about being good and the core message, imagine watching him do that live. Wouldn't be able to understand the language, of course, but watching that live would be just amazing. It started then, that particular message. Whoa, that would be something else, wouldn't it? So let's have a little look. What have we got coming in here? Fiona Sedge, good afternoon, Michael. I've made it to a live. You're first on. Fiona, thank you. Hello, happy Friday. Thank you, Heather. Happy Friday from Tiptree. Brilliant. Fee, Snowy Westerhope. Hello from a very sunny Manchester. Hello from Cambridge. Hello, Marbella. How lovely to see you. Hello from Bournemouth. And hello from Cliviger. There's Diane. Hello from a snowy Wallsend. Hello from Doncaster. Great t-shirt. I'll just tell you this. This is so funny. So who's this? Actually, I think that's probably... let's have a little look here. Remember to comment on the numbers that people have guessed. Facebook participant. Oh, that was Monday. Sorry. Right, here we go. The t-shirt. I put this t-shirt on. I had this set right on my camera, and I sat down, and it was set like this. Look, I'll show you. But because the camera picks up on the colours and then does a conversion thing, I was nearly like that today. I mean, honestly, one more click. Look at this. Oh, so I had to go back to there. So yeah, nice bright t-shirt. I thought like a Friday t-shirt. Why not? Thank you for that. Okay, where are we now? Where are we? We are up to here. Hello, everybody. Jackfruit Matt, calling from the land of smiles. Hello, Matt. What's your... Oh, here we go. Right. Tools, techniques. Fix It Friday. What's your top brilliant time management tip, please, Michael? I would say number one is to write your 5 most important ideas at the end of... Sorry, start that again. Not your 5 most important ideas. Write your 5 most important things that you need to work on the next day before you finish your current day, if that makes sense. So rather than, which is the classic thing that people do, is they start the day with a to-do list and they write like 28 things on and they do the 7 easiest and they think that they're not making progress. And even on their to-do list, they write a couple of things they've already done so you can tick them off so it makes you feel good. The night before, write down the 5 most important things that you should do tomorrow. It's called the $100,000 idea. It's in... Look at that. That's good timing. It's in that book, How to Save an Hour Every Day. And if you only do that, I promise you, you will save loads of time. What's the most useless talent you have? Wow, come on. There's no useless talents, but probably... What's the most useless talent that I have? I mean, I can do balloon modeling. Is that useless? I don't know. My question is, no, I can't say I don't know because I'll have to send Matt a book and I'll have to answer the questions. The most useless talent that I have is, I know what I can do. This is just absolutely useless. I can, with a vitamin D drops bottle, I can hold it and I can get exactly 20 drops and then move it onto Christine's spoon and do her 5 drops and never, ever, ever miss. And whenever Christine tries to do it, you can guarantee she's going to get a little bit on the bench, which is ridiculous because Christine's the tidiest person ever. But I can do it just like that. I just go, it just moves. Brilliant. Funny hair today as well, haven't I? What have I done here? There we go. That's better. Right. Next thing, my question. How would you recommend managing social media use? With so many great MH groups and other groups out there, you can end up down a rabbit hole. Alongside this, I'm trying to develop my own social media presence. Result, I'm overwhelmed. Please help me with this on Fix It Friday. Okay, and I know that because Nessa sent that through. That's Helen Johns. Hello, Helen. Welcome. Right, so we actually had this exact question on Team 17 on Wednesday night. We do a thing called Stream 17, and we were talking about habits and how do you reduce your amount of time. So the first thing is there's a setting on your phone, and you just slide to the left. Oh, hang on. There we go. And it'll tell you how much time you've spent on your phone. And set yourself a goal to get under 2 hours a day of screen time. And it'll tell you where you've used that time as well. I think we probably all know that this thing exists, but the key is remember to use it and gamify the fact that you're going to spend less than 2 hours a day on your phone, and maybe say, I'm going to see if I can get less than an hour a day on the social media stuff. But of course, this is the challenge, isn't there? There are so many great MH groups. I'm sorry, I know. But the thing is, I think what you have to do is you have to be disciplined and say to yourself, am I getting benefit from this? And if I'm not, then leave that particular group, because Facebook's very, very good at saying to you, oh, here's a thing, here's a thing, here's a thing, if you haven't been active with something. And if you and there was I belonged to like about 40 different groups a little while ago. And I just thought, I'm going to cut down. So I just went chop, 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 chop. If I wasn't using them, if I didn't feel like they were absolutely brilliant, I thought I can join them again later. It's fine. So I left a load of stuff, and that made a big difference. Okay. What celebrity would you rate as a perfect 10? A perfect 10 for what, Matthew? Give me a little bit more detail. A perfect 10 as in what? As in looks, as in intellect, as in their ability to entertain? I don't know. If you're saying that sort of man crush pass thing, it's ridiculous talking about that. But anyway, if it's that thing you're talking about, Kylie Minogue. Right. What's the best way to evict yourself from a pity party? Oh, well, first of all, what a brilliantly phrased question. What's the best way to evict yourself from a pity party? First of all, accept that you're at a pity party, number one. Because so often what we do is we're not even aware that we're at the pity party. Poor me, poor me, poor me. So the first thing is to go, okay, I'm at the pity party. Then say, right, how long am I going to allow myself to be here? If you know you can get out of it in a little period of time, then great. If not, then say, okay, I need to have something, a method to change my state. So being in the state of pity, right, is a state. And that means that states are something that you do. It's not something that you have. So like confidence. Confidence is something that you have. Confidence is something that you do. Pity is something that you do. So if you're doing it, there will be language, focus, and physiology that goes with it. Those three things. If you change your language, change your focus, and change your physiology, you will get out of the state of pity and you will leave the pity party. So I have a set of words that I use. So my keyword is yes. So if I ever find myself and get into a place of negativity, I say the word yes 3 times, progressively louder and louder and louder. Yes, 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 like that. And then the next thing is focus. Where if you're back referencing, if you're focusing on what's wrong, if you're focusing on your circle of concern rather than your circle of influence, then that will get pity going. So instead I focus forward, I focus on what I can do, circle of influence, and I also focus on what I already have. Effectively, I'll open up my notebook and I'll have a little look at my grateful list. And the final thing is physiology. Sit up, big smile, exaggerate some of your movements, all that type of stuff, and that helps you to get out of the pity party. Great question. We are brilliant tears. Yes, we are. So happy to have made it today on the live from a very sunny Gosport. Hello, Sally. Lovely to see you. Hi, everybody. How do you get the banners to work on Facebook Live? You get the banners to work on Facebook Live by using StreamYard. So it's just a feature in StreamYard. So all I have to do is I just have to go to there and click on that. And there it goes. And there's a banner working. Aha! If you're thinking, this is what you might be thinking. How do you get the name? How do you get the name to I see. So if it's that, then it's this. You go to streamyard.com/Facebook. Hope that answers the question. Right, next one. Which 3 people would you invite to your dinner party and why, past or present? Oh, that's another classic dinner party question, isn't it? Billy Connolly, definitely Billy Connolly. I would also want to have maybe Billy Connolly, Barack Obama, Kylie Minogue. Previous question. It must be warm in your house. I had a jumper on until 1 minute before 12, Susan, and then I thought I'll have the Team 17 t-shirt on for a little bit longer. Hi, all from a freezing Enfield. It's so cold, isn't it? People's boilers are clicking on the setback at the moment. We had ice inside the house this morning. So we live in an old farmhouse and we've only got single glazing and we put the shutters up. and the shutters are on the inside, and the shutters are great because they make it very warm in the house. But that gap between the shutter and the window, obviously, was so cold last night. We had ice on the inside. Hi, Michael. It's Helen Johnson warns it, and StreamYard doesn't recognize me anymore. How do I get it to remember me again? Well, that was just showed you there. Test it. Go in, do it now, and test it. Yeah, I'm watching live from Sunny Knots. Hello, Karen. Whoa, that's a bit much color. It's Vic with a comment on the T-shirt and the time management question. Seem to have fallen off StreamYard. It does happen, doesn't it? There we go. StreamYard.com/Facebook. StreamYard.com/Facebook. Thank you very much. You beat me to it, Vanessa. That's okay. Thanks, Vanessa Thompson. You are a star. She is a star. StreamYard kicked me off too. Hopefully it's working now. Hello, it is, Angela. Welcome back, watching live. Why does StreamYard kick people off? Right. So remember, this is the last chance, by the way, for any more questions that people might have. Fix It Friday. It's lovely saying hello. But let's more questions, please. That last couple of questions. Thank you. Man crush. There we go. Answered. What's a pity party? A pity party is basically a spiral of negativity. When you get yourself into that place and it's like everything that's wrong can be wrong. And there's nothing wrong with it for a little while. Just don't stay there. Some people are in permanent pity parties. It's such a great question, isn't it? Who was asking what's a pity party? Alan Johnson. Oh, come on, Alan, you know the answer to that question. You've seen people in it, haven't you? You know those people. You know some people who love being in a pity party. The question is why do people want to stay in a pity party? And it's because they get significance. One of the 6 human needs is significance. And if you're in a pity party, you get significance. Hell of a day. You know that? You know when people write that on Facebook? Hell of a day. Oh, what's up, hon? Oh, I don't want to talk about it. Oh, well, we're here for you. Thanks very much. It's just been awful. What has? Don't want to talk about it just now. They're just building up, aren't they? They're just building the level of pity. Now, hey, look, we're all different, aren't we? We are all different. We are all wired differently. Yesterday, I was talking about that. I was talking about what was happening in our brains and how our neuro diversity is huge, and for some people that's their thing. That's okay. I'm not going to criticize somebody saying that, but how long do you want to stay there? How long do you want to stay there, man? Okay. What's a pity party? What's a pity party? Brilliant answer. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for asking the question. Yes is an answer. StreamYard is the answer. That's it, StreamYard. Right, okay. What's your favorite meal? Oh, my goodness, that's a great question. Who asked that? What's your favorite? Sue Cook. Right, Sue, my favorite meal is pretty much anything that my brilliant wife cooks. She is unbelievably brilliant at cooking. I mean, unbelievably brilliant. And she makes phenomenal fresh stuff. So we rarely eat the same thing. I mean, we have a couple of greatest hits, but it's different every single day. And it might be like a brilliant Thai meal, or it might be a brilliant, traditional meal, or it might be like a little spin on something. And she'll look at recipe books and she'll watch a chef on the telly, and then she'll do, we call it the Chrissy Pops version, because Chrissy Pops will be like Chrissy'd up. It's just phenomenal. Wow. You are making me laugh. Thank you. I do my best. Okay, Nick Finney. Who's your favorite ever footballer? Kevin Keegan. Keegan. Definitely got to be Kevin Keegan. We love Kevin Keegan. I've met Kevin Keegan several times. He is brilliant. The one time that I met him, I used to work for a charity called the Albert Road Appeal, which was based in the northeast of England. And he was a big supporter. And when he came back to Newcastle, it was just the most brilliant thing, because we already had him as a supporter, as a former Newcastle footballer, and he came back to manage. And it was just amazing because Kevin was a great supporter. And he used to go and visit kids on the children's wards, and he used to do brilliant stuff for the team. And when our daughter Sarah was born, and Sarah might be watching this now. Sarah was born on January the 1st, New Year's Day. She was the first baby born in the Northeast, and she was on the front page of the papers and all sorts of stuff. On the 2nd of January, Newcastle were playing at home, and the Yellow Brick Road was given the director's box for the day. So we had all these families and stuff there. It was absolutely amazing. And Kevin was there, and I said, look, my daughter was born yesterday. She's on the front page of the journal. He goes, I've read it. I saw it this morning. Oh, congratulations, Michael. That's brilliant. I said, would you write her a message? And he wrote on the front page of the journal, welcome to the world, Sarah, when she was 2 days old. Brilliant, eh? Thank you. Kevin Keegan. Yeah, he's my favourite. What did you enjoy when you first started school? I feel very strong that this should be your starting place. What did you enjoy when you first started school? Home time. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed playtime. I enjoyed stories, and I enjoyed the milk. Who's your go-to expert? Google. Undoubtedly, Google is my go-to expert, pretty much for everything. It's the place to start, isn't it? How lucky are we that we have the Google to start? Yeah, definitely. Any tips on dealing with poor customer service? Is it receiving it, or that somebody's giving it and you want to be better? If you're receiving it, tell them. Tell them. We just accept poor customer service, and that's one of the reasons why customer service is so poor, because we don't speak out, we don't tell people, and we should. We absolutely should call out poor customer service. If it's about giving better customer service, of course I've got a tip. Read the book. That's what you got to do. It's in there. Everything you need to know about creating brilliant levels of customer service is in there. Nah, it's Chris Waddle. No, it's not. Very good. Question. If you were in a Team 17 group, what would your group name be? Oh, that's a good question, Karen. If I was in one, rather than watching everybody else in one, what would the team name be? I'd probably have to think of something I'd spend ages, wouldn't I? Trying to think of something really clever and great alliteration. And I would be something like Love of Lego or something like Love of Lego. Yeah, Love of Lego. Or I'm building a Lego model at the moment, and I'm going to have it on this shelf by Monday. That's my goal. Love of Lego. What's the best coaching advice you've ever been given? Oh, best coaching advice I've ever been given, and I've told this story many times, but it was so good. So I'm guessing this is rather than, so just make sure I've got this right, Angela. Is it advice on coaching, or is it a coach giving me something that made me absolutely change? I think it's the latter. So let me tell you what happened. So my very first proper coach that I paid for rather than a mentor was a guy called Peter Field. And I was heavier than I am now. Let's put it that way. About 3 stones heavier. And I used to hide it in all sorts of clever ways. So I did the thing on stage wearing waistcoats and all that type of stuff. And Peter, I talked to him about it, and he said, you know what, if I really loved you, I would just take you up and lock you in a tower and only feed you bread, a piece of bread and water for 4 weeks until you actually shifted that weight. I was like, ooh. And he said, but I can't do that. So here's something that might just help you, Michael. I was like, okay, right. So he said, you know, when you're walking down the street and you see somebody who is huge, they're really, really massive. They can barely walk, or they're in one of those, seat things going along because they're so big and it's all hanging out like that. And they can only wear, the jogging bottoms because they're just so big, and it's all that. And you look at it and you're thinking, oh my God, what a shame. Oh my God, look at that. Oh. I was like, yeah. And he went, that's what thin people think when they look at you. God. And I tell you what, that was the moment of, wow, I need to do something about this. So yeah, that was good. Right. And if it's the other one, let me know if you want to know about the other bit of advice. Hello, KC. Nice to see you. I remember Storytime. We loved Storytime. It was great. Definitely never accept poor service. Yes, shout it out. I joined Love of Lego. I know, Jenny, your New Year post with that rocket was brilliant. We want to see the finished thing. Lego League. Yeah, Lego. When did you discover your love of Lego? Just recently. Yeah, in the last couple of years, Christine bought me a Lego model because I fancied it, and then after that, I've gone a bit nuts with it. I have a lot of Lego now, a lot of Lego models. My next door neighbor Gavin, he does a lot of Lego modeling as well. So between us, we do quite a bit. Okay, folks. Any other final questions? Now is your last chance to ask them. Pop them in the comments. We've got about 3 minutes before we wrap up. I hope that you're enjoying this week. This is a bit different. We are 1 week. I'm going live every single day. Final day is tomorrow. So Saturday, I'm doing a live. They're always recorded. They're always on How to Be Brilliant. They will always be there. And you need to go in and comment, just as people have been doing here today, if you want to qualify for our fantastical prize, which after... Oh, by the way, here's what I should do. By the way, a lot of people commenting on stuff this week on the Facebook group. I've got a leaderboard. Would you like to know? Would you like to know who the top 20 people are on the leaderboard? Should we do it? Okay, top 20 people on the leaderboard at the moment are... should we do the sound effect as well? Oh, what the heck? Let's do the whole thing. Right, wait a minute. Let's have a little look here. I've gone a little bit behind with it, but here we go. Right, let's do this. And fingers crossed, you should be hearing the world famous Pick of the Pops. Here we go, folks. Top 20 leaderboard of contributors to How to Be Brilliant over the last week. They are Mike Vaughan, Nurkan Jane Cohen, Michelle Troman, Jenny Williams, yay! Jill Beglin, Natalie Michelle McCleary. That's it. Come on, Michael, read. Elizabeth Chandler. That's what you have to do, isn't it, at that point there? And then we have the one, the only, Debbie Homer Davis. Oh, some familiar names. Here we go. Next is number 13, Joaquin Burrow. Then we've got Jeff Kaplan. Have you seen his shirts? Absolutely brilliant. Next, we have Jeff Kaplan. I've just done that. Sorry. Matthew Bird. I'm prepared for this today, aren't I? I should actually put it in front of me so I can half look at the camera as I'm doing it. That would be good. All right, next. And then, here we go. Diane Hull. Woohoo! Alan Rafferty. Yes. Alan Buress. Here we go. Angela Beeston. KC Moi. Then we've got David Rogers, Steve Kelly Pro, and Sarah McGough, which means our number one contributor is the one, the only, Angie Vale. Yay! Some people have just missed out. They have just missed out. I'm sorry about that if you've just missed out. And one of the side challenges, of course, is that if you're an admin, then it doesn't put you in there, right? Because not on that list. So that's probably why we're looking at them. We're thinking, there's no Fiona Setch. Don't worry. It's because you're an admin, and also Dean Coulson is an admin as well. So that's why you won't have appeared on that particular list. But hey, thank you very much. I know. Boo hiss. Don't worry, Fee. You're there. We know you are. You're brilliant. Thank you very much. So, excellent shirts. Yes. This is talking about the brilliant Jeff Kaplan shirts. Absolutely fantastic. Hi, Michael Pepper Pro from Whitley Bay. Well, yes. Come on. What else have we got? What Lego model would you recommend buying? Oh, come on, Si. It depends on the budget, doesn't it? I mean, if I'm doing this Lamborghini at the moment, it's unbelievable. I mean, it's 6-speed working gearbox in it. It's about 300 quid. I got it for Christmas. It's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh, there is a Saturday bonus. Yes, there is. I normally don't work Saturdays, but tomorrow I will be here at 12 o'clock. And it is absolutely brilliant to see you all. Thank you so much, everybody, for all your comments and everything that you've been doing this week. That's me done for today. Thank you. We will see you tomorrow, 12 o'clock, for the last We Are One celebration message. Okay, be brilliant. Bye.